because of the stress element with having this kid bundled up. The alcohol involved with the person involved here is intense, so they may have been an alcoholic towards the end of their life. Oh, how the hell are you going to track that? It's next to impossible. This is so far away, it was so long ago that that's pretty hard. But I would be going back in time to people that may have knowledge of who worked on that site at that time, who was employed. I doubt there's paper trail, but people will have knowledge of the people that were involved.
Sensing Murder has hired private investigator Grant Coward to look into the new information provided by the psychics. The former detective knows it's a long shot, but he's come to Wellington hoping he can find some records that can link to the psychics' findings.
So in terms of cold cases, in my experience, it is never too late to investigate. 60, 70, 80 years on, and the family still want closure.
Grant uses all his contacts to see if any official documents have been missed.
His name was Peter Ball.
Grant is able to acquire a copy of an official letter, seemingly the only piece of documentation relating to Peter's case.
Well, I'm in receipt of a document here from 2001 where the police have indicated that they can't find the Boland file. I can understand that to a degree, but it seems unusual from my experience of nearly 30 years in the police that there isn't a file, although practices have changed dramatically over the years. And so what I can do is go and research some archive files around that time, 1957, to see if I can identify a Robert. It possibly a needle in a haystack, but it's worth a shot.
After a full day of searching, none of the Ministry of Works files mention a Robert, and the incomplete employment records don't specify whether anyone was fired.
Having an investigation of almost 60 years ago, it becomes difficult, particularly when there's no file, there's no records of pedophiles back then, there's no suggestion that there was any foul play like abduction or homicide, so we've drawn a bit of a blank, but there will be, I'm sure there will be someone who's watching this program that may know something, and I would implore them to come forward. It doesn't matter whether it's 50 years ago, 60 years ago, 70 years ago. Justice always needs to be done.
When Peter disappeared all those years ago, there was no funeral of any sort. For his mother, Nell, that was especially hard. Almost 60 years later, the Bolands have come together for a memorial service for Peter, to the church where he was baptised, St Mary's in Avondale, Auckland.
My mum, our mum, Nell, will almost certainly be with him now, and they'll both be happy. Everything he was involved in, he was good at. When he was at school, he wanted to be a doctor. Probably if he hadn't gone missing, that's what he would be doing, you know, because he was fairly successful at doing what he set out to do. And my life would have been enriched if he'd still been here with me. It hasn't given me a body or bones, as the psychics would say, but it has allowed me to believe that my brother wasn't an idiot. It was patently obvious that getting lost wasn't what happened. That he was just a 9-year-old boy who was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Sensing Murder has passed our findings on to New Zealand Police, including information from some of the men at the farm, comments from the searchers, and the psychic's findings. Police have told Sensing Murder they will watch the story with interest before making any decision about whether to carry out investigations. Catrice Maihi Carroll was brutally stabbed to death inside her Napier home in 2008.
He's holding her around the throat.
Yeah, because I'm frightened. I feel frightened.
I'm seeing a knife.
The chest. She must have been stabbed in the chest.
Discovered lying naked on the floor, her family were in shock.
She was found with 6 stab wounds.
Terrible day. Terrible.
There were multiple suspects.
Did you kill Catrice?
No, I did not kill Catrice.
But the case was thrown out on the first day
That was another blow.
because there was no evidence.
All of the forensic stuff that they needed, they got washed away.
Leaving the family without answers.
Who would do such a terrible thing to such an innocent person?
Two of Australasia's top psychics will attempt to contact the spirit of Catrice Maihi Carroll.
Something happened here.
Oh, I feel sick.
I felt it here.
There's blood on the carpet.
There was blood on the carpet.
Hoping to give the family the closure they so desperately need.
I just must do so much. I still do.
No one has ever been found guilty of Catrice Maihi Carroll's homicide. Her family have come to Sensing Murder in the hope of finding new clues regarding her death. Psychics Sue Nicholson and Deb Webber have travelled to Napier to reopen Catrice's cold case. The rules for Sensing Murder are clear. The psychics have no prior information about the victim or the filming locations. They are filmed on separate days. Their job is to provide the victim's name, age, sex, and details of how and when the person died. Correct answers are sometimes confirmed by the film crew.
I feel more of a gentle energy, of a female energy, a gentle soul.
She's friendly. She's smiling. She's gentle.
I'm getting a female, but I feel like there's this massive smile, big smile.
She keeps giving me a flash of others in the family, so it's a big family. She's one of the younger ones, not one of the older ones in the family. She's getting dark skinned. So she's Māori.
Catrice was from a large Māori family. She was the youngest of 7 siblings.
I'm feeling close to her dad.
Everybody's got a bestie. Well, it was Catrice and Dad. She loved Dad.
I feel she's not good health.
Did she get headaches or something? Maybe she got headaches. She keeps shaking.
At age 15, Catrice was diagnosed with epilepsy and would suffer fits.
When she'd have one, she would always be very tired, and she'd go to sleep. And when she'd wake up, she'd have like a migraine headache.
Did she have medication or something? She needs medication, or she was supposed to have medication. She might have been on medication or something.
Deb is correct. Catrice used medication but continued to suffer crippling headaches for the rest of her life. Catrice married at a young age and started a family. She proved to be a stern but loving mother.
Growing up with my mum, she was real hard on us girls.